It's obviously a big week for the Daniher family. Tell us, I guess, about Brisbane's involvement and how you're planning to honour the Fight MND cause.
Yeah, it is. It's a fantastic week in the calendar for our family and the whole MND community, and it's a really humbling week to see how much the AFL continues to get behind the cause, and for a lot of people that are dealing with MND, those suffering and those families involved, this week puts a smile on a lot of people's faces. So the continued support from the AFL is fantastic. To watch the blue beanies at all the games is really exciting, and yeah, for us as a family, it's an exciting week.
Neale's still fighting, and he was great yesterday, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's doing a fantastic job. You know, I know this week and this couple of weeks around the Queen's birthday clash, it takes a fair bit out of him, but to see him come out and in support with an army of people behind him, it's a massive effort. But I think now he knows how much it means to all those that are affected by MND, the broader AFL community and everyone involved. So I know he's very appreciative of the support that he gets, the continued support, and long may that continue.
What's the average life expectancy of MND after diagnosis? It's like 2 to 5 years. It's like 10 years on and he's walking through a guard of honour. I guess just a jury act being able to see that. How is he actually kept doing this far down the track?
Yeah, look, it's it's incredible what he's been able to achieve in his time since being diagnosed, and what he's been able to do as, I suppose, the leader of MND and the funds that he's been able to raise. It is truly incredible, and he keeps fighting on, he keeps playing on, and that's just Neale's spirit. And the longer that he can do that, the more smiles it puts on people's faces, the more money that gets raised, and the closer we are to finding a cure and really helping the people with MND.
Where is he sort of at with his condition at the moment, I guess, in terms of how he's deteriorated and such? How is he at, and how is the family sort of reacting with each day? Yeah,
look, Neale is incredibly lucky with his family. His wife Jan is an incredible support. His beautiful kids have taken on a lead role of the Fight MND Foundation. Neale continues to press on and do as much work as he possibly can, but this disease is tough. It weighs you down, and it continually challenges you. But Neale's inner strength and mental strength to keep pushing on is what inspires everyone and what inspires his family to keep supporting.
This is obviously a huge game. 2 losses on the bounce, and I'm sure you're going to be wanting to bounce back. Sydney aren't easy to break down.
Yeah, absolutely. A really important game for our footy club. It's been a difficult couple of weeks. We obviously had the bye, but a loss either side of the bye. So we're looking forward to a fantastic clash against Sydney. They're a very competitive, contested side like they have been for many, many years, and we're really excited by that challenge. And great to be back at the Gabba. Cam's 100th game. Hopefully a lot of blue beanies in the crowd. It's an exciting opportunity for us all. Yeah, look, it was a really different game of football for us. They came to play. Their energy, their contest, their pressure, and the way that they moved their ball really challenged us. So basically, we need to have a really good week on the track. We need to be a lot sharper in the way that we defend the ground, and we're looking forward to that challenge. As I said, it's been a disappointing couple of weeks, but the football season is a long season. It's a challenging season. You need to make sure that you're on every week. So we're looking to bounce back and very excited about the opportunity against the Swans.
You've got a VFL team that's absolutely flying. Is that the heat on, I guess, to keep the squad?
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, look, every side wants to have a great VFL side in form, and their AFL side. And over a long period of time, we've seen that if the VFL side is really strong and performing, that often aids the AFL and their opportunities. So we're in a great position in that spot. We don't have too many injuries, so we've got a really fit list, and we're looking forward to that challenge that's coming this week.
It's been a couple of seasons in a row where this sort of middle part of the year there's been a bit of a lull. But both, the last 3 years you've been able to ramp it up again by the end of the season. You're confident that you've learned from those experiences the last few years?
Yeah, I guess that's part and parcel with the AFL competition. It's a really long season, it's a challenging season. It's a cliche, but the competition's just incredibly even. And we came up against a fierce Adelaide side over there. We came up against a Hawthorn side that provided a lot of pressure, and that's just a challenge of the year, and we need to make sure that we're more consistent than we're currently being, and hopefully we can turn that around reasonably quickly and build towards the back end of the year.
I guess you get to come home and play at home, and that's an advantage. This place has been a fortress for a few years, but the questions will continue to linger about performances away from home. Do you feel like those questions are unfair or fair, or do you feel like you can silence those doubts a bit stronger? All 3 of your losses this year coming away from home.
Yeah, look, from a player's perspective, we just review the game, review it as hard as we possibly can, and in all those games there's been some patterns around how we've brought our energy to the contest. Our pressure hasn't been good enough and our defence haven't been good enough, so I don't think it's got a whole lot to do with the ground. We will look into that, but to be honest, it's more about bringing that energy, that effort and that defensive pressure anywhere we play.
How was Hugh pulled up after that night?
Yeah, he's in really good spirits. Pretty much after the game, you couldn't tell anything happened to him. It was obviously a pretty serious incident. We've got a fantastic support team here, doctors, physio, so they'll do a great job in looking after Hugh this week, and hopefully there's nothing to worry about after he has a rest and comes back. He's a really important player for us.
Are you guys confused as to what isn't a dangerous tackle? I mean, it seems like fans and commentators and even maybe some of the people in charge of citing people with dangerous tackles don't seem to have much consistency as a player. Do you feel comfortable knowing what isn't a dangerous tackle?
Yeah, as a player going out to play everywhere, I feel pretty comfortable within the rules. I know that the AFL is doing their best to protect us as athletes, and it's a tough game. The game moves so fast. There's little tiny second influences that change a good tackle to a bad tackle. So sometimes you just got to wear that a little bit. But we understand the AFL is doing the best they can to protect us as athletes, and we appreciate that.
There was a video that went around what was a dangerous tackle, and some players and teams have said that they haven't really watched it because they're not sure. Did you watch it? Have you guys?
Yeah, we got one before the season started, and we watched through that. So I think our playing list is reasonably clear. Obviously, things change throughout a season. There's different incidents, and they're all reviewed case by case. But I think the general consensus was we have a pretty good understanding.